The audio device. So audio devices weren't getting detected properly on
OBS.
OBS.
Yeah.
Right. No, I've had that happen before.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've got 2 monitors, right? One of them actually has built-in speakers, which I never use.
Right,
The
it's
other,
garbage.
yeah,
I have one of those too.
and the other one has no speakers whatsoever. Let's say I don't have actual speakers. My nice little stereo died, but I'll occasionally, if I've got a really funny video or something, I want to watch it with the wife, I'll switch over to the
Yeah.
monitor speakers because I at least have speakers, and so I keep
Yeah.
disabling the other monitor as an audio device because it doesn't even have speakers, and I'll get it
Right.
like a Windows update, and it'll keep re-enabling it, and then like setting my my monitor speakers to my default devices.
Oh yeah, that's pretty sad.
It's the worst.
Yeah. Well, Windows Update. What have they done for us? Actually, they probably do a lot for us. You just never notice it, but they usually fuck up a lot of shit.
I notice it when I'm in the middle of a game and it like is like, I would like to interrupt you, please. Would
Yep.
you like to update now? No. Gold, did you get
I remember.
the upgrade to Windows 10? Is that what you're gonna reference? Oh, let's hear what you got, and then I've got a thing.
I was thinking about just back in the day of like when I didn't know how to disable those Windows updates because I was like a kid and playing World of Warcraft or something in the middle of a raid and the computer shuts off because it's doing a Windows update and it takes like 45 minutes to complete because the internet was shit back then. It took forever, and then you come back and like the entire guild is mad at you. Oh god, that was so bad.
This was probably 6 or so months ago. You remember Windows was doing a real push to try and push everyone onto Windows 10?
Yeah.
Even with like, they introduced a Windows update that if you didn't specifically go in and disable it and know what it was in advance, that it would upgrade your system to Windows 10, especially if you were on automatic updates. So this happened to a lot of people. There's some really funny streams that have it recorded, and it happened to me in the middle of a Dota game. I'm just playing Dota, offlaning Axe or something, like I do. And then all of a sudden, the Windows message comes up, and it says, upgrading to Windows 10. And I was like, oh, hell no! And I had to, like, hard power off my computer and boot back up and then get into the Dota game, and it was, like, rampant. Microsoft caught a ton of crap for that.
Yeah, I just don't understand why you would ever. I mean, I guess forcing updates sure makes sense, but forcing a complete new version of the OS that seems a little bit too much.
All right, and we solved those problems just in time because we are here into the draft. It is going to be Rochester on the Dyer with Cornell themselves here on the Radiant. The Big Red Bears.
I guess we should introduce these teams again because our introduction to
Oh yeah,
these
you guys
teams
didn't
were
hear
cut
any.
off.
It was I don't want to make you feel bad, but you guys were missing out. That was good stuff.
So both these teams are on fire right now. Currently, RIT is 5-0, undefeated so far. So they're obviously number 1 in their league right now, their division rather. And for Cornell, they're 4-1. But their one loss wasn't their first week. And we were talking about how, the first week is the most forgivable loss for any team because it's everyone's trying to kind of gel together and they're not exactly sure to play with each other. But ever since the first loss, they have gone undefeated 4-0. So if they can take this win away from RIT, then they are at a very good spot to contend for the first spot in the division. And another very interesting thing is RIT beat Maryland, and Maryland is who Cornell lost to. So if Cornell can beat RIT, it's a good sign that they have really grown from that loss.
Yeah. All right, Golgi, I'm super paranoid that the audio is not going to work, so I'm going to need you to keep your ear on the stream, please.
I mean, I hear our voices on stream, so
we're good now. Okay, good.
Once the game goes live, I will see if the game sound is being recorded, and I'll let you know.
Okay. Oh, I did have to correct the game sound as well because that also got disabled as an audio device.
I assumed.
Oh man.
Okay, so I mean, Already, bam. The difference. Look at the difference in bans. Where's the Bane ban anymore? I love this. I mean, Bane was a little bit overrated, I think, but Tiny coming to be. Tiny is so strong right now. This is the one hero I didn't think would have any impact in this patch because he looks so garbage without that agility.
Yeah,
But man, he is good.
I just saw the discussion of it today, and the item buildup is pretty obvious, right? You go Aki
Yeah.
on him because he gets a huge amount out of the armor. He gets
Yeah.
some mana regen. He gets a little bit of attack speed and agility, and it's just a real great cheap item for him. And then he goes into a couple of the usual things: treads, maybe a Sanjin Yasha if he's
Sanjin
feeling it.
Yasha is really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's stomping right now, right? He's crazy powerful.
I mean, it's just the idea of having, because he had that insanely powerful Aegean Scepter, right? But now you can have that from level 1. And the thing is, he didn't really lose much from it. He lost his Craigie, but who really cared about Craigie? Like, I mean, it was annoying to fight against in the late game.
It was good for the occasional fails of the week video.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't a very amazing spell. So I mean, we've seen Ice Frog constantly patch out passives, right? We saw Necro earlier lose his Sadism to get his Ghost Shroud, which made him insanely powerful. We saw
Death Prophet lost her
Witchcraft
Witchcraft, yep.
for Spirit Siphon.
Viper.
We saw Viper, lose his Nether Toxin for the new acid spray nether toxin, which makes him really powerful again. So we've seen him banned every single game so far in CSL, and we now see Tiny Craig Exterior now becomes Tree Grab, and now he's super powerful as well.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't think passives should entirely go away, but
Yep.
yeah, I mean, I can see it's kind of a bleh.
It doesn't make the character interesting. Oh, I mean, another thing is Wraith King also lost one of his passives this patch. He got the Skelly Summon thing. On his
Oh, that's
Mortal Strike now.
right.
Yeah, so we're going towards this direction where they're trying to patch out, at least make characters a little bit more interesting rather than just having like 3 passives.
Or a little bit more dynamic, like Wraith King is the perfect example of the passive lord.
Yeah, but now all of his passives can be toggled on and off because his Lifesteal aura is an aura that can toggle on and off, and now his Mortal Strike, his crit, builds up the Skellies, and then you can pop the Mortal Strike to make the Skelly. So his core gameplay still stays intact. You still don't press a lot of buttons on Wraith King, but once in a while you can press the aura button, you can press the Mortal Strike crit button to do something.
Yeah, and then once you press the Mortal Strike button, the Skelly Summon, you're doing stuff with the skill, actively controlling the skeletons, rather than just it's there and bleh.
Yeah, and the cooldown is long too on that Summon Skelly, so it really does, put an emphasis on when should I pop it. Should I pop this right now so I can have this lane passively farm like Treants? Or should I hold on to those crit charges and then pop it when I'm going for a gank? Because if you use the Wraith Fire Blast on a target, the Skellies just home in on that target. So you can pop it in that situation to make your gank stronger. So it just adds a little bit more like skill element to it. How do I use this cooldown?
So yeah, we've definitely been in a long-term agreement as far as the overratedness of Bane. He was extremely weak last patch as a support, got even weaker as a support, and we think there's some big glaring problems in his core ability. There's a Bane picked up here from Rochester. Do you think are we gonna see the core Bane here?
Nah, I don't think so. It seems like nobody. I mean, I think it makes sense. Nobody really wants to try the core bait. I mean, people tried it in pubs and stuff like that. It just usually doesn't work because we talked about he has issues in the late game. As a core bait, you don't want to be channeling your ultimate because then you can be right clicking in it. It's such a weird kit to go for a carry. But I think people are just kind of prioritizing Bane as more of a kind of like a ganking support in a way. If he can get some smokes, he can get some good ganks off, and if he gets some good levels, his right click is okay in the late game as a support, and he has good armor just passively. So that's damage sap can be still okay, and obviously when you pick with a Morana, it has obvious synergies.
Yeah, the closest I can come to making an equivalency for Bane, as far as his weaknesses, is similar to Nyx, especially because I played that Nyx game recently, in that he could be a very powerful like he has a real hard time farming, right? So
Yeah.
it seems like if you want to play him as a core, your farm will have to be coming from kills, right?
10
Yeah, yeah.
seconds remaining.
No, that's for sure.
But the difference between him and Nyx is that Nyx has great ways to
5
set up
seconds
a kill for a core to put the damage out, like a damage core. Whereas Bane, until he gets that level 15, he needs to be the one providing the damage, right? He's not going to be roaming to go set up a kill.
Yeah. And the thing is, yeah, he's also not very fast of a character, so he kind of really needs to get a smoke to be able
yeah.
to gank, right? Unlike Nyx, you hit level 6 and bam, you're good to go, right? And we talked about that a lot with Nyx, right? Because we think he's a decent offlaner, but we prefer to see another hero in the lineup that can take over Nyx's lane once Nyx hits level 6. Because all Nyx is doing in on the off lane is you get solo XP, so he hit level 6 ASAP. But as you said, he doesn't farm very well on the lane. He doesn't push very well on the lane. So if you can swap him places with another support that willing to farm their Blink Dagger, no, he's perfect.
Yeah, a core Bane, he feels like someone that I guess maybe you would want to. I'm trying to just theory craft in my head like how it can actually work, because we see everyone wants it to work really bad. So let's talk about how we can make it happen. Maybe
I think it's gonna be off lane. First of
it's-
all,
he seems like he'd have such a hard time there, though, right?
he has good armor, and he just levels his enfeeble first.
Yeah.
And he just enfeebles the target, whoever he is right-clicking against, because the carry is going to be busy farming if you don't push yourself like an idiot. You push yourself behind the creep line, and the enemy support try to come to harass you, try to push you out of XP range. You enfeeble him. They have made negative damage. You just right-click against it, and you have like 7 armor or something, so you're going to win the exchange. So you just kind of stay in the XP range, constantly soak XP, because XP is an important thing for Bane. And if ever the supports leave the lane to gank, you can take over the lane. You can harass the
Bully
shit out
real
of
bad.
that carry. Yeah, enfeeble that carry cannot get any more last hits, and just get super annoying. So I think he has a potential to be an off lane.
And then do you think with that offlane, a core build might be something like, he would need, his biggest drawback is he's going to need a mobility item, right? Shadowblade, Blink,
Yeah.
Force Staff, something like that.
Yeah.
Because he can,
I think all 3 of those items are pretty good.
Yeah, how I see it happening on him is he needs to close that gap. He needs to close that gap, and the core can be safely back, not giving away the gank happening. Then he just nightmares. He right clicks during the nightmare, while the core is then free to walk in. And when the core is in range, he ends the nightmare, and they can proceed to gank. Right?
Yeah.
Not even depending on the not even depending on the his ultimate.
Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Fiend's Grip.
Or even if he wants, once the nightmare ends and the carry gets in range, he just uses a Fiend's Grip to keep the person CC'd for longer, and the carry can just go ham, right?
So
Yeah, so I
ideally,
think-
you think you want to see him in a similar Nyx type offlane role?
Yeah, I think he's better as an offlaner rather than definitely not a mid, definitely not a position 1, because he just doesn't farm enough. But like picking a very ganky offlaners are fine in my opinion. Like we see the same thing with Nyx predominantly. Other like ganking offlaners usually has the ability to farm. Kind of like Legion Commander or Earthshaker, and I mean just makes them more viable as an offlane. Because what if there isn't a lot of fights going on? They can just farm, right? And that's one of the that is again going to the weakness of the reason why we don't see Bane as a core is because Nyx can make stuff happen even if nothing's happening because he has that invisibility, right? And
he can find
things like Earthshaker and Legion Commander, when nothing's happening, they can just farm pretty fast. Bane can't do either really well. So he's got to be in a lineup that wants to fight against the enemy team who's not playing too defensively. Then he's good. So yeah, that's why he's such a hard pick. Yeah.
Now Rochester, he could still be in that offlane role, but I doubt they're going to pick their position 5 last. So I'm pretty sure this will be a 5 Bane and a 4 Sand King. They're ready to pick up their, I want to say mid laner. I have a hunch that this Mirana's going offlane.
Interesting. Yeah. Their draft is quite open. As you said, Mirana can go any 3 lanes pretty easily here. Sand King can roam or off lane. So yeah, we'll see what they do. TA is not a hero that was changed quite a bit this patch. I mean, not quite a bit, but her traps now do damage. Of course, you have to cook them for a little bit on the ground before you blow them to the damage. But it does make her much more powerful in the patch. Makes her a better ganker, and much better harasser in lane. Honestly, like you really want to have a sentry in mid once you get once CA hits level 6. You want it before, but now you especially do, because if not, she'll just lay down trapped in the mid lane, and whenever you go for a last hit, she'll blow one up, and you'll take like 150
Huge
damage,
yeah.
and just constantly harass you that way, and you can't really stay in lane. And then of course you get slow, then she'll chase you down. Yeah, it's just not fun.
Tidehunter's new talent for Kraken Shell is disgusting.
Oh yeah, did you see that clip? I think it was
he team fought
VP?
like 10 dudes.
Yeah, he was taking like 2 damage against Sven. I mean, Sven didn't have god strength, to be fair, but still, like Sven was doing only 2 damage per hit against Tidehunter. Like, yeah, if he takes a Kraken Shell talent, and he's actually decently farmed, so he's ahead in levels, and if he lands an Anchor Smash on you, like you got no chance against him. And also, by the way, I think you're right on the call with Mirana being off lane, Invoker being picked up here for RIT.
Oh, I knew it as soon as I saw it. But yeah, to lead out with a mid or core, a mid or safe lane like that seemed really odd. And so I bet, and Mirana's really good in the she was good in the off lane before. With Triple Leap, she's even better. Like having you either want a very tanky, defensible, or very escapey offlaner, and God, is she escapey now.
Yeah. They could even also run Mirana roaming.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Anymore, but
well, they've got Bane.
Yeah,
they've got Bane. Yeah, that's absolutely an option. That's totally on the board. You're right.
Let's smoke together, right? Bane and Mirana smoke together, and I mean that's a dead dude wherever they go, right?
I think Rochester, we're probably not going to see them get super aggressive at the initial runes, because they're probably going to try and keep that under wraps and go for an early gank on maybe the TA or something like that.
Actually, if they do smoke in at level 1 and go into the enemy runes...
You think that's the time to reveal it?
Well, I mean...
Oh. Golgi?
Because you definitely don't want to contest runes against a Bane.
Hold on, say that again. I lagged out hard.
Oh no, I was just saying that they can invade runes very easily, especially considering the fact that there's nothing to really hide. The enemy teams know what Bane Mirana can do, and they can smoke in, and you really can't contest runes against Bane Nightmare when a arrow is following up and backed up by the Sand King.
It looks like they're running it as a aggro try with the Mirana. Okay, this is a issue. I keep getting small lag spikes. You're still there, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, interesting. But that's gonna leave Sven trying to fight up against Tidehunter. He doesn't have a good time in that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming someone's gonna come into the lane and help him out. Once this initial gank, yeah, they're going for initial gank right now. The smoke pops already, so they know this is happening. Well, good positioning by PSS and the Earth Spirit. Yeah, and that's going to be a failed gank there.
They'll get 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Cornell's going to get triple rune.
And then there's a sleep on the Troll Warlord now. Oh, no stun comes out from Doggy. Actually, just don't let him go.
Strike through. It's on to Earth Spirit, but Doggy's got to run now. He gets bouldered, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Doggy, he's going to eat what just happened to that magic missile?
In war, a fool's first lesson is his life.
I didn't see a stun happen.
Oh, they led with the magic missile.
Okay,
the stun happened earlier.
Give me a second here. I apologize for these technical issues. I'm having the strangest things happening on my Computron right now.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, that gank kind of went bad because I feel like everyone was kind of focusing on wrong targets because they landed the Nightmare on the Troll, but Mirana didn't go for the Rare went for the arrow on the troll, but Sand King went for the burrow strike on the Earth Spirit, and they were not focusing the right targets, and they went in after the bounty runes were taken. I don't know why they waited even in the first place. Now in the bot lane, RIT's getting rolled in against, now getting stunned against the magic missile. No points into leap yet because he took the arrow first, and he's gonna get chased down before he can level 2. ESS claiming 2 kills in the Earth Spirit already. And not the start that they were looking for here with the aggressive support lineup.
Alright, hopefully that should solve it. I pulled up the task manager. My external hard drive was at 100% usage.
Oh, weird. The hard drive.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, now in the off lane here, Nancy Wheeler getting chased down
Got it,
by...
yeah. Oh, they're going to
here.
use the war cry and try and chase him down right now, but they're not able to close the gap.
He's a fast boy. He got pretty lucky there. Kraken Shell kind of purged off the Stormhammer.
What have we here?
So he didn't take the full stun duration. That worked kind of in the wrong spot. He's probably not going to get this bounty rune. I don't know. Nice Wheeler is actually still going to stay and get soak
it.
the XP from creeps, which is probably a smart idea.
Alright, that solved everything. That is the
Perfect.
weirdest thing I've ever seen.
How did you solve that?
I just
even?
unplugged the heart. Well, I pulled up Task Manager, and my external was at 100% usage.
So you just pulled it out.
So I just pulled it, yeah.
Right. Sounds about right. Okay, and now Nancy Wheeler. Now they completely missed the timing of killing him because he's level 3 now. He was level 1 when they went for that gank, but soaking that like 3 creeps worth of XP now.
Yeah,
level
he's
3.
happy. He's a happy boy.
Yeah.
And Eradicate's trying to go aggressive onto him, but he's going to miss last hits if he's not careful. And you got to remember, Creep Golden XP was buffed this patch.
Yeah. Yeah, staying in lane very important this patch. Constantly trying to discourage jungling with the Iron Talon being removed plus creeps.
Roll forward, it's
on
going
the
to catch
top.
onto Wirt. Wirt, he uses his TP. Oh no, he's going to immediately get stopped by the Boulder Smash. Wirt run around to the shop right now. Nancy Wheeler trying to chase him down. He's going back and forth, back and forth. They get an anchor smash onto him. A couple more hits should do the trick. And look at Tidehunter. He's so fast. He's got his booties already. He's going to get another smash and he'll get the Bane. Now the
Meanwhile,
fight is
on the
back
other
at the side. And they will be able to get a return kill there onto that Earth Spirit. But Tidehunter's happy about this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a great lane for Tidehunter. He's making space. All the supports are having to come up here to deal with him. He's still getting kills.
Yeah, this is gonna ruin Sven's day if he pushes the pace with this.
Yeah. For sure, Tidehunter, one of those offlaners, if you let him get those early levels, he can really be a pain on that
He's
carry
last
path.
hitting like a menace right now. He didn't even have Anchor Smash on Eradicate, and he was just like, just styling on Eradicate with every single
Not even
one
taking
of
the
those.
bounty.
Oh, good rotations for those bounties.
Yeah. Doggy's gonna find PSS in the river.
Oh, we got a Magic Missile out onto Ritz. Ritz makes it back. Ooh, yeah, we didn't introduce you to the players, so hopefully we have a calm moment right here. And I'm going to do that real quick. Actually, Wirt is going to find
good.
Nancy Wheeler, and Wirt... Yeah, I love this matchup. Anchor Smash
mid lane?
versus Enfeeble. Smash. Boulder comes through. It hits Doggy. Doggy's going to take a Magic Missile. They're ready to go. He burrow strikes through, but Steve Harrington is trying to find him right now. He's juking in the trees.
PSS
Doggy
goes down.
is just showing everything. PSS meantime, yeah, went down there in the mid.
The temple decreed your death.
That was, man, he wasted so much of their time, Doggy did. TA
Yeah, and
was
great-
just like running back and forth in these trees.
Yeah, and great recognition by Evident there, taking the opportunity and all that distraction to kill that Earth Spirit. Now Earth Spirit at the top going against Wart. Wart's taking a lot of damage, but Eradicate is here, and PSS getting scared off.
Alright, so on Cornell, it's KDC on the Vengeful Spirit. It's going to be PSS on the Earth Spirit. They have Troll Warlord, played by Eris, 420 Eris. Smoke Eater every day. Nancy Wheeler will be our Tidehunter, and finally, we have Steve Harrington on the TA.
Over on the other side, we have Doggy playing the Sand King. Got Eradicate on the Sven. Evident on the Invoker, I'm assuming that's how you say it.
Evaden, I'm thinking.
Ritz on the Mirana, and finally Wort on that Bane.
Sweet. So now you know who's playing. We can get back to these lanes. We didn't miss much. So that was the perfect time to do that. We didn't miss
And that
anything.
was Rochester.
Rochester.
I forgot
yeah.
to mention.
Rochester Institute of Technology.
RIT. It fits to have RITZ on their team.
I was like, Zed, what? You can't say
Ritz.
Zed to an American.
Oh, mid lane Doggy might be looking for a gank here on Harrington, but oh, smart recognition. Didn't feel safe there. Backs off. Doggy's
He's gonna find PSS
though.
Evaden,
awkward.
does he want to go for this? Evaden knows he's here now. They might be trying to bait this out. Roll.
I
Are
can't
you
believe
gonna
they're not
roll?
going for it. They want
They
bigger
go on-
target. They want
Steve, yeah. Look at him. He looks so juicy. Burrow Strike goes through. Here comes the meatball. They're going to drop it onto Steve Harrington. Oh, they're getting the damage, but the rolling boulder comes through. And now Doggy's got to be careful. 1 hit, 2 hit. They even hit him with the trap. Stasis going to get Doggy a little bit low. He's got a Burrow Strike in a second. He makes it up the hill. Oh, my goodness. And Evaden even going to dodge that magic missile. Safety is the name of the game here in this mid lane.
I can't believe you missed that. Evading that magic missile.
Oh man, I thought he was gonna go down. I didn't think his Burrow Strike was coming through in time.
Yeah. But man, that TA's refreshing. There's so much work there. Just got away with no health, but so
Yeah.
close for both sides.
I think if the meteor had come a little bit earlier, like you could tell they were waiting so long for the opportunity to try and go on him that it really messed up their timings. Like typically you set it up and you like count it down 3, 2, 1, but they were sitting and waiting for so long that if the missile came a little earlier, Burrow Strike through, it's easy peasy 1-2 done. And that would have burned out the refraction, and they probably would have got the damage they needed.
Yeah, for sure. The meteor only, I think, probably got only 1 tick there. Didn't refresh because TA got out of that almost immediately. But the extra tick will have definitely probably been a kill there, considering how little health she had left. DD on Steve Harrington is going to use this opportunity to take the ancient camp there.
Radiant's middle tower.
What, does Psionic Trap not block up camps? I'm assuming it doesn't. That's why Steve left.
Ravage is
Psionic
used
Trap.
here in the jungle. They're going on to eradicate. He uses his Warcry, and Doggy's going to be here. Burrow Strike through onto 2, and now they're turning around. God Strength gets popped. They've got a Nightmare onto Tidehunter. They want to go for PSS. Sunstrike is going to hit him. And Nancy Wheeler walks on out of there. Eradicate going to farm up with that God Strength.
No, not mid lane. Evaden almost went down to Steve Harrington. Oh, that cleave almost killing him actually. You gotta watch out. He might go for a deny and then get killed. Short tornado. Not going to get anywhere with that. Yeah, Steve Harrington utilizing that spill he has on the Psionic blades to do a lot of damage to Evaden.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, mid lane. Doggy. Oh, but he's a master of juke, so he's gonna be okay. Do you have the overlay set up? Okay, no, you caught it.
Yep. It was only 8 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I got the last hits up. You guys will be able to enjoy those here for a minute or so until I switch over to the net worth, which I'll do right now, and we'll take a look at what is going on with these lanes.
It's a bit of a rough start here for Wiv, because I mean he had some computer issues, so been a little distracted.
Yeah, I had to unplug my external hard drive. Give me a break, guys. Why? Why is that a thing? What? Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, looking at it, both of the safe laners look like they are doing pretty even. Mids are pretty even still here. Off laners, Mirana's a little bit behind compared to that great start that Tidehunter had, but you know she can farm it up pretty easily.
Yep. Oh, there's a scan actually.
And
in the
yeah,
top
they know
lane.
Wurt's here.
Yeah. Actually not gonna go anything with this. I thought they were going to go for a dive with that scan, but deciding not to. Evading, taking this time to jungle right now, and that gives Doggy some time to soak XP in this mid lane. The traps are going out everywhere now. Doggy actually getting some decent last hits here in the mid against the Templar Assassin, who is double his own level.
He even got a deny onto that range creep.
Doggy
Doggy's
TPing top with
TPing,
the
yeah,
Moonlight
top.
Shadow.
They know this is happening, though. There they go. They're going to be able to get a Ravage cancels that Fiend's Grip onto the Bane, and they're even going to be able to finish off with an Anchor Smash. Burst Strike comes forward. Oh, the Sunstrike is going to be just a little bit short. Rit's trying to get out of there, but he'll go down now. KDC PSS Nancy. They're running away. They're so low. They can't chase him under the tower. They get so much out of that. Oh my God, Cornell, you monsters.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
No, that was Rochester.
That was Cornell. Cornell won that fight. Isn't it?
Dire's middle tower is
No, Cornell is Dire. Aren't they?
You know,
They're the bears here. I got these little.
look at the bottom left corner, the radiant base in the fountain.
are fortified.
Oh, okay. These banners were throwing me off because they're on. I feel like, you know.
This is a radiant side banner, so it's a radiant
know,
side because
but, like-
you see that on the. Did you have the overlays right? Is Cornell on the
Yeah,
radiant on the
overlays are
overlay?
right, but
Okay,
obviously
phew.
I can't look at the stream and see them right because I fucked them up forever. But no, like, I mean, it's right at the start of Dire territory, and it feels like it's like a "you are now entering Dire territory" banner on the side of the highway, you know. But no, you're right. Yes, Cornell. Cornell.
Oh, now top lane
Big
again.
winners out of
Anson
that.
Wheeler
Ooh.
getting so much out of his off lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this Tidehunter is going to be a monster. It's probably a good time now to switch over to net worth here, and we see the Troll Warlord TA and Tidehunter at the top, leading 1-2-3 here, winning all their lanes.
Okay, that's why. Oh my God. All right, everyone bear with me. Don't worry, we're going to get a lot better at this. But I was still in studio mode from switching out the sides, or the
Oh my
overlay.
God.
So when I did the hotkey to switch it, that's why it didn't change.
Oh, it didn't change yet?
So
Oh, no.
now we're changed.
Did you change to net worth yet?
Yeah, net worth was up
Okay.
at 10 minutes. Oh goodness.
Oh,
You know who's
meanwhile,
not
Ward goes down
any
to
slouch
Eris.
here?
Oh, no, Eris goes down to Ward, rather.
Yeah. Someone who's not a slouch here in this game, that is going to be Rochester pulling out a gank onto our Troll Warlord. They're in the bottom lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'll take hold from me.
So just a 3k lead here for Cornell so far. Eradicate is going to try to farm the jungle a little bit with the Mask of Mana and Yasha. I love this build if you want to try to catch up in the game. So I think that's good decision going for it. And actually pulls ahead to #1 spot, kind of contesting it back and forth with that TA. Remember, just a minute ago, it was TA, Tidehunter, and Troll Warlord who were standing at the top 3 spots. No Dire Heroes, but they're all very close to top 4 spots.
Oh, Steve Harrington going to go for the Roshan here. They've got TA and they've got a VS. They've even got Anchor Smash here to make sure they don't take too much damage. This
Oh
guy
my
is going to
God.
melt. This is such a great team for Roche.
Yeah, there's a Desolator already on
Moonlight,
Steve Hank.
Moonlight
but
Shadow. Doggy's coming in.
He
He
finds
sees
it.
them. He's waiting as long as he can. Moonlight Shadow about to go out. He doesn't start channeling the ult. He just gets the Burrow Strike, and here comes Evaden. Oh, they're going to drop the Ravage into a meatball now. Doggy trying to make his way around. He will be a sacrifice here. Sven trying to get inside, but no one else is here to help him. They're not going to stop this Roche. He just gets on out there, going to give that over. Steve Harrington, 2 lives this time around.
Oof, very unfortunate there. That Sand King did not have his ulti. He used it earlier there in a gank against Troll Warlord, and that wasn't on cooldown. So all he could do was a Burrow Strike, but his team couldn't all make it there. Ritz wasn't there, and Wart was positioned badly, so they couldn't go all in at once. Of course, they're fighting so Ravage and this TA super farm.
Yeah, I liked what he did. He hung around. It felt like he should have left, but he was trying to feel out the Roche timing and when Roche was going to go down and how long he had left on Moonlight Shadow. Because if he could have got a Burrow Strike into a steal, huge play. But unfortunately, it seems like their damage output really amped down in the end there. Maybe they just had a wave of terror run out or something.
Going on.
Yeah, he's going to get caught up. He's trying to TP, but it's going to get caught immediately. Wave of terror, Steve Harrington putting the damage in now. Here comes the rolling boulder, and it's going to smash him right in the face.
Yeah, the momentum is huge right now for the side of Cornell. Steve Harrington going to be a problem here. Blink Dagger, Desolator at 16 minutes. He can blow anyone up here. And he can also push towers pretty damn fast too if he's left unattended. Steve, there's no point in trying to hit this tower. The another buff they actually did in 7.07b is they actually increased the backdoor protection resistance from 25 to like 60%. So backdooring is a lot harder now. Another side nerf to Clinks for you, Liv. And there comes the troll ulti here to help Steve take the tier 2.
Eris and Nancy Wheeler even cleaning up a stack for themselves, getting themselves a tier 2.
Oh,
big value out of that. Oh my gosh! And then a Sunstrike kill onto no, sorry.
No, he was trying to use a Sunstrike.
Onto him.
He was trying to Cataclysm. Last hit.
He thought he was cataclysming.
I don't think he has. No, he doesn't have that yet. He got level 20.
I know. He panicked. He thought it was a whole thing.
Unfortunately, Eris is gonna pop the ulti again, and they're taking these towers that they're nothing. Just playing as a troll warlord for you.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
There is 2 Handle Midases here on the Dire side, so if they do get kind of hold up in their base, at least they can still keep up and farm thanks to those Midases.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And their team does scale pretty well into the late game, so we'll see if they can kind of weather the storm.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Man, troll ulti getting used again. It had been 1-for-1 for these tier 2 towers for every single battle trance used. So all other towers been destroyed. 10k net worth lead here for Cornell at 18 minutes. And Steve Harrington looking to go for another item here. BKB is going to be the next choice. And a Ravage going on the bot lane. Sven gets caught. But he's very
Burrow Strike
tanky.
forward, it's going to catch 2. Arrow coming in, it's just going to hit the range creep. Wirt doing as much as he can to delay this. They're up on the high ground, and look, they've got so much minus armor. They're absolutely ready to push the tower right now. Doing as much as they can. Nancy Wheeler is very comfortable to go in and kind of act as a little bit of a tank here. And it's down, yeah. They're not going to press for the racks, and that's very wise. They're going to try and get people on the retreat. Steve Harrington be able to blink out. He gets a trap down, and instead, Doggy goes through. Burrow Strike onto 1. Fiend's Grip onto Templar Assassin. Here comes the fist. And now, they're trying to turn it around. Eradicate taking so much damage. TA is still alive. They've got Doggy doing as much as he can, but it's not enough. Steve Harrington almost going down, but still had that Aegis. That retreat. They tried to get some kills on the retreat, but instead, they're going to lose their own racks from this.
Yeah. And this backdoor protection might have been buffed, but against a Troll Warlord and Templar Assassin, they're not going to hold on for too long here. And it goes down. The entire team making a shift to the left, dodging that arrow with no problem. And they're going to lose 2 racks here, maybe.
Yeah. They popped the battle trance.
Yeah, they're not afraid at all.
A lot of damage. Here comes a Sunstrike into Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful is easily going to go down, but they've already lost a second tier 3 out of this. 20 minutes into the game. Cyclone going to catch 1 Earth Spirit. Oh no, Aegis is reclaimed. They hear that, that buzzer, and they're going to try and get out. PSS, the Sacrificial Lamb, making sure they cover their retreat, and everyone's going to get the hell out of here now. Except for Steve Harrington. He's going to stick around and farm a camp. And then take himself a shrine. This seems like the opportunity for Rochester to get a kill. onto TA. Do you think they've got 5 up, and she's kind of by herself going for the shrine? Do you think they should do something right here, right now?
Oh, but
they
that
get
TP gives
spotted,
it away.
yeah. Not just the TP, but they had the trap here watching
Oh,
Doggy
you're
come
right.
up.
You're right. He had it all covered. But yeah, I think that was a mistake for. I mean, it's hindsight is 2020, but I think that was a mistake there for RIT to try to go for that fight in the bottom lane there, because they're so behind right now. And as I said, all they need to do is weather the storm and use his Midas to try to farm and catch up.
Yeah, they were really eager to get to see if they can get a pick off on the retreat, but
Yeah. They caught
know-
Steve, but he still had Aegis, so he didn't commit for that kill because it didn't make sense to go for it. And then they tried to turn on the other kill, and then the Ravage came out, and then everyone just died.
yeah. And I mean, look at where where it really turned bad. Look at where it happened. They fought here where they have high ground advantage to
Yeah.
trying to chase to here where now they have high ground disadvantage.
Yeah, very good point. Bot lane now, Ares fighting
Yeah.
Vaden, but now he's caught off on
Running
himself.
away. Oh, they're going to be able to get him. They get a kill onto the Troll War. The 2 TPs coming in. Anyone else around here? No. The TPs, are they going to let them complete? 3 have come in. Steve Harrington is here. KDC
Risk
gets
is
the
fine.
swap onto Ritz. Here comes the magic missile as well. Steve Harrington going to blow him up with the meld strike.
Very worth it still for the position 1 on the other side. Let's see what the gold swing is. Actually, not as much as I thought it would be. Actually, it
Where the
doesn't catch
hell
the
did
troll,
Oh,
so.
they get a kill onto the Earth Spirit in the top lane. So they get a defensive kill, but I mean, it kind of distracted some people long enough.
Now Evaden getting trapped up. He's in slowed. Another slow coming out here from the Gush. Oh, well, he's gonna get out.
He's got
No,
Ghost
Steve
Walk.
Harrington jumps.
He's got Ghost Walk. They don't have any detection.
Being pretty lucky there.
Dire's bottom shrine is under
Now
attack.
Evaden going to take this time to push out the mid lane. And this is what they need to do. They gotta try to weather the storm, try to split push, stay safe, and trying to get as much farm out of the map as possible. I mean, another reason why they're losing the mid early game so much is the fact that they went for the Hand of Midas, right?
Yes.
2 Hand of Midas means they're going to be like, you see the 10k minus on the net worth on the board, and then you actually see 2 Midases by the characters. So you gotta kind of think, oh, that's another 4k minus
Yeah.
on that, because
those
it's-
aren't contributory to fighting items.
exactly. So another thing to consider when you go for the Midases in your teams, a lot of times you are losing a lot of opportunity by going those things, especially if you're trying to fight, not farm.
Scan coming out top. It's gonna find Eradicate. Do they want to do anything with this though, or are they just wondering if there's anyone here, if they're safe in this area? They definitely shouldn't feel. Yeah, they're going aggressive. They're
Yeah.
looking for kills. Ritz, is he gonna be the target? No. A game of who's the target.
Oh my god, worked. He's getting blown up.
Yeah,
but
in
the
the
stun
mid lane.
comes down.
Steve
Yeah,
Harrington.
but he's so
There we go.
tanky.
Hurt is putting the Fiend's Grip out now. Steve Harrington, he's got the BKB. They're going to use the Ravage, immediately turn it around onto Ritz. Ritz, leap 1, leap 2, leap 3. They still get hit by the last final shot from TA. And now Eris is going in aggressively. 2 buybacks are used. They used it. They've done the economic damage. Are they going to keep going for the buildings? Steve Harrington, turns around
Oh
with a
my
meld
God,
strike.
the arrow!
Oh, but he eats the arrow instead. Now they could have some good damage here onto Templar Assassin. They've got they aren't able to channel that long enough. Steve Harrington still putting the damage in. Oh, he gets it. Sven gonna get a kill onto Steve Harrington. Worth a lot of money. They definitely needed that right now, and they're trying to fight. They haven't claimed any buildings yet, so they just put a big network spike over into Rochester.
Buyback on Sven as well, though. Here
Yeah,
comes the
here he
Stormhammer.
comes. He's going to be able to clean up another one. He gets a kill onto... Eris actually died to Creeps. PSS, the Sunstrike. He turned around to do the kick. PSS trying to make his way away. He's got a rolling boulder up here in a second. Tries to make his way. But the sap from Wirt going to keep him out of there. Ooh, this is going to be... Let's hit this recap button.
But there was 3 buybacks on the
yeah.
so they still actually ended up losing that fight, and when it comes to gold change,
Man, that was...
buybacks hurt.
That felt like that was going to be a huge comeback for Rochester.
Yeah, unfortunately-
Got it, but 3 buybacks, yeah. You
Yeah.
can't.
The gold penalty, right? The gold penalty is huge. On top of the gold you have to pay, the gold penalty sucks.
Yeah, they got two kills after buybacks.
Yeah.
Or 3, about, I think.
So funny that actually you were mentioning that how the troll warlord actually ended up going down to creeps there, right? Which was actually fortunate in this case. Because there's a vengeful
Oh,
spirit on the side of Radiant. And that troll warlord ghost went after that ghost. Like went after that creep. Like he was just, I don't know, just crazy, man. And then the creep definitely died instantaneously. But if that wasn't Sven, that probably could have gone a lot worse.
And if Sven got the kill, then the bulk of the gold goes to Sven, right? Whereas if it's someone else, it gets evenly distributed.
Yeah. So yeah, since Sven bought back, it's a very good point. The gold was divided rather than being, soaked up by the buyback penalty.
This is like the most niche interactions you'll ever probably hear about.
Yeah.
Bottom tower is
All right. Dire wants to take this tower, but they gotta head back to base very soon. That one was a Rax because of this, but the good Nightmare is gonna delay this up for a little bit.
Yep, Steve Harrington now, they're trying to get ready to go with the Fiend's Grip. Can they get him? No, Cyclone. When an EMP is
they
gonna
found
buy
the
a
arrow
little bit of
on
time.
PA.
Arrow onto PA, but where's Wirt? Wirt's got the Fiend's Grip, but he's not here. She's got the BKB up, but he can still use it to stall her. Eris, they're both BKB'd up right now. They've got the fortification going. And now, here we go. They're going to get the Fiend's Grip. It's onto Troll Warlord. They jump in. Ravage onto one. Sand King immediately gets taken out of the fight. Now they're turning it around. They're able to get the Troll Warlord, putting it into Nancy Wheeler. Eradicate is pretty low. He's trying to run away from Steve Harrington. Oh, just barely getting out of the Meld Strike death zone. Oh, and now here comes the Cyclone. Steve Harrington running up onto a giant pile of ice right now. Evading and Wirt. They've got the Enfeeble. Steve Harrington doesn't do that much damage right now. Here comes Eradicate. They're going to swap him out, but Steve Harrington evade.
My God.
Finally going down to the Aegis now, chasing down the Vengeful Spirit.
There's a ghost.
He's going to come back. The Ghost doing so much damage to Evaden. Wirt, he doesn't have any mana. He couldn't get the Enfeeble out. Ghost, he's dead right now, but he has the buyback. If they go aggressive, here it is. Buyback onto Bane. Bane needs to get in. He needs to enfeeble Steve Harrington. Yes, they're trying to get in. PSS in the back. He's just trying to delay it up so they can get another set of racks. Now Wirt just going into fight. PSS right now. PSS 1-2. There we go. Finally, and they force them off the barracks. It's another successful defense. What did it cost them this time, though? They
Only
actually
one buyback two
buybacks, and they're still losing net worth out of it.
Oh my God. Man, those are all 5 buybacks now. All 5 buybacks are on cooldown, so if Cornell wants to push the pace immediately, they could. We'll see what they want to do. But these fights are crazy. Eradicate getting away, no health, or is that supposed to be intended interaction? When you die and have Aegis, you still get the Vengeful Ghost. That was crazy.
Whoa, that is actually, yeah.
Yeah, the TA had the ghost.
He's putting a ton of damage into Evident.
Yeah. And he respawned with the Aegis, and he had the ghost beside him.
Still hitting him.
Yeah. It's freaking nuts. And that's 100 damage ghost, by the way. Nightmare in mid lane.
Ooh,
but
yeah,
Wirt is
gotta be really careful here. He runs out the back way. Yeah, what does Rochester have to do to get some economic advantage here? Well, actually, they closed the huge gap just now, just in that bit of time that the other team was dead. It looks like a 1 or 2K recovered. But now they're ready to go back into the barracks in Cornell.
Arrow lands on Troll Warlord.
Swap out onto Troll Warlord. Now, Nightmare and Vengeful Spirit as well. Here comes the Rolling Boulder. It's going to get canceled. PSS in the front line. Doggy in the back. He's leading everyone away. They're delaying this up. It's not another set of barracks claimed yet. Rochester is holding.
Remember, no more buybacks available here for Rochester. Everyone's buyback is still on cooldown, 2 minutes at the very least for the first set of buybacks that happened earlier. Now, Eris
they're going on to Eris. Eris pops BKB. Eradicate's trying to chase him down right now. They have no way to hold him in place. Wirt is not there. He has the Fiend's Grip. There's so many BKBs. Oh no, and Wirt, he tries to get out of there, but just gets killed instead. Now Eradicate, they're all out of position. They're going to get run down. They're going to get chased down. No Sven, 85 seconds. No even Bane for 50 seconds. Bane's Fiend Grip is the best way they had to deal with all these BKBs.
Swap onto Vadin. Do they have detection?
To be able to ghost walk away? No, they're not carrying anything for him. But it's okay. They get the mid lane racks, and now they're going to move up to the top. They should be able to claim this very
Ritz
handily.
getting
Ritz
gone
taking
on.
so much. Steve Harrington just shredding him. They're going to use the Ravage onto the last one. All 5 dead. Good game is called by Evidin. And that'll be game 1 going the way of Cornell.
Yeah, very well done. I mean, we're talking about how Cornell is coming into this game as a slight underdog here, but showing that they are the superior team, at least in game 1. I feel like there was a little bit of economic strategy going wrong there for RIT. They went for the double Midas, and they went for a hero like Sven who wants to cleave and farm. But they also picked like Bane and Sand King, so they want to fight at the same time. And yeah, it just didn't go their way. And of course, Cake's really carrying that game on the TA, getting so much farm out of that mid lane. Of course, he had a pretty good, easy matchup against that Invoker, and he just took the easy Roshan, and it was easy game from there.
Yes. All right, everyone. That was, I mean, you summed it up pretty well. The craziest thing I've got to say, and also real quick, yes, I know on stream that my my image for my overlay is not there, my little dragon man, and that is because apparently that was on my external hard drive, which might be causing some of my issues. But I have to say, Rochester were holding their high ground. It felt like they were doing everything correct, but it was costing them so much. Those fight recaps every single time, they're just like in the red, in the red, in the red. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, that was pretty rough. They never really got the momentum ever on their side. You know, I mean, I think that first gank, that level 1 gank on the Bounty Rune, kind of, I think, shows how the entire game kind of went for RIT. You know, it was kind of a rough, uncommunicated mess there when the Nightmare went to a different target, from the Burrow Strike to the arrow to the damage going all the way, all the different places, and they went in after the Bounty Runes were taken, so they didn't even get the money from the Bounty Runes. So yeah, it just felt like maybe there was some communication issues there.
Yeah, and I'm in the post game screen right now. Take a look at the graphs. XP and net worth never even kissed the side of Rochester.
Yeah. No, from the start, I mean, we're talking about like they lost triple bounty at the start, and they lost first blood during that invade. So yeah, as you said, from the get go, they were losing.
Yes. All right, everyone. That was Star League 2017 to 2018 season. Rochester Institute of Technology versus Cornell. Game number 1 brought to you by Wivrex and Golgi. We'll send you to a short break. Everyone, go grab a snack. Go grab a drink. We're going to see you guys in game number 2.